Mic test, 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hello everybody, Squishy here. Today, I have some things that I would want to do, and there's only one thing that I want to do. It's continuing the story of the case of the golden idol. I want to finish up the last chapter that I have in the game. I don't have the DLC, so that's the last one that I will be doing for now. It's really nice. The last chapter is in the same concept as like the whole rest of the game. You go through, inspect everything, read information, and find words, and then you put them together to make the whole story. But the twist is that as the last chapter of the game, it also is connecting every single chapter and mystery from the previous levels, and from there make like a huge connection. And at the very end of my stream yesterday, I managed to get to the last chapter, so I was like, it's the end of the game. I might as well just maybe push my stream a little further so that I can complete it, so that it's just one and done in the last stream. But it ended up being like good enough to stand on its own stream. Like I extended it by 2 hours, so it could have been a stream in and of itself. But anyways, I didn't solve it. I was close-ish, and I had a good feeling that I had to bust out my pen and paper and make notes, but I didn't while I was doing that. I was still determined to kind of finish it, but I was feeling the rush of trying to finish it as soon as possible, because I know that I can't push my time limit any further for how long I can stream on the weekdays. So it didn't really there was not much progress. So after I ended my stream yesterday, I did whatever I needed to do, and while I was waiting for my hair to dry, I was just I went back into the game, and I did some like mind mapping equivalent. I took notes, I wrote down information, and I pieced together a lot of things, and I had like big revelations, which I was like, oh, if I am making all these connections right now, maybe while my hair is still wet, maybe I'll just start a very tiny stream. And I was like, no. I have to be like 100% sure that I am right, because if I get on stream again and then I'm like, blah, 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 and then I show the proof and then I submit my answer and it turns out to be wrong, and I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? And then I sit there thinking again. So I was like, no, I need to think and be like super, super sure. So I just played more off stream and did a little bit of testing here and there, and I was like, okay, now I got it. I also accidentally submitted an answer, and it turned out to be correct, so which is good, but I would have wanted to explain it on the way at the same time to kind of walk all of you bobs through the process, my thought process at least, if you're interested in the story, and yeah, kind of just explain things as well, because I think it's really cool and really interesting, and like the details that I missed, or rather didn't really think twice about, and then I looked back on it, I was like, oh my god, it's so obvious, or like, that's so cool, so interesting, and that's crazy. It's like it's mind-blowing. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the game and explain, hopefully as best as I can, explain it easily and for all of you to understand the story of the case of the idol. So I'm gonna start it up, and like once I finish it, if I end early, like if I finish it early, then I would probably just end my stream here. But yeah, I want to get this done. This whole stream would just be me explaining the game and the story's game, like the overarching story. Hello Aqua, and hello to all the other Bobs. So hello Neutrino. Is the game okay? Audio check. Good. I also, my other thing disappeared. Here. Okay, so I have put a notepad on the side to kind of write things down so that it's not just me verbally explaining things. And if you are more of a visual learner / understander, then you have I have this notepad for you to hopefully let you read things as I'm also talking through them. Okay. And then maybe for today, I'm just gonna make sure nothing is blocked. Is the game too small if I do this? Any of you Bob's able to help me check? I think on the phone it might be yes, it's kind of too small, but if you're viewing my stream from a computer, is it okay? And then I'll also put myself on the right side since there's more space on the right. Hello. Look and sound okay? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'll put myself here. So, what we knew, or where I stopped, was at the very end of this, they were... how do I start this? Okay, let's start for the very beginning. I did this by accident. This story is about a family who had come into not exactly wealth, like a little bit of wealth, yes, but more importantly, they got their hands on a golden idol. So this is not connected to like the big main story, but it kind of sets the scene. This is not pertinent to the final chapter, but it's still connected. This is the tutorial, like the first level that they go through, and they explain to you how to play this game. And yes, so it all starts with Albert Cloudsley and Oberon Geller, who went to Monkey Paw Island to find treasure. So we have the names Albert. Where's my notepad? Good. Albert Cloudsley. Oh my god. Cloudsley. Who got a... Well, he was supposed to get two-thirds of the wealth. And then Oberon Geller is supposed to have 1/3 of the wealth, but he will take any golden statues found. However, Cloudsley had another idea. And, you know, I mean, as you can see from this picture, he pushed Oberon from the cliff, and assuming he died, Oberon died. Which means, since there's no other person to share the wealth with, Albert Cloudsley automatically gets everything. So the 2/3 that he already had in the contract, plus the 1/3 remaining from Oberon, and also any golden statues that they have found, which this is Oberon's backpack. He has 1/3 versus the 2/3, and he has a golden statue. Okay? Okay. You guys with me so far? Remember the name Cloudsley. So, it then starts, fast forward many years later, Albert Cloudsley had children. This guy's name is Sebastian Cloudsley. So he owns Sebastian. How do I do this? Like, okay, yeah. Had children, and then those children were Sebastian Cloudsley. I wrote it down with like my pen and paper, but like it's kind of hard for me to show the game and also my handwritten notes. But this is taking longer. I thought this would be easier, but it's gonna take longer. So anyways, Sebastian Cloudsley, who is depicted here, unfortunately has also passed away, and he died in his Blackfield Manor, which he owns. Yes. Sebastian, we're gonna say SC. SC. He owns Blackfield Manor. And when you take a look at his body, he owns a ring, but it's just a ring with a ruby. It's not significant as of yet. And he also has this rather creepy looking mask, and also this coat, which you don't really give too much thought about. He also has the statue that his father had received from, going on the adventure many years ago. You have some notes or a will. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, shall blah, 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 spontaneous combustion, and he has like research stuff. So he has a ring. He has a ruby ring. Oh, oops. He has the mask, and he has this coat. He has also the idol. He died. Move on. So after he dies, actually, now that I'm, hold on. Now that after he dies, there was an assembly meeting where the rest of the siblings who are alive and everybody else who was entitled to parts of his wealth assembled to hear the distribution of his will, like the hearing of his will, and what each of them will be inheriting from Sebastian. The remaining siblings were Rose Kubert, Edmund Cloudsley. Rose Kubert is already married, and hence the name change, the last name change. Beatrix Batley, unfortunately, has also passed, but had left a son called Peter Batley. You know what? I'm just gonna probably not write any more notes. If any of you Bobs want to write notes, take notes while I'm doing this. Like, you wanna